was a great team win. Obviously, anytime a divisional opponent, and who in particular, that's kind of had their way with us the last 3 times here at Lambeau. I was just really proud, and I think of the energy our guys brought, not only in the first half, but I thought we matched it to start the second half as well. Defensively, it was a dominant performance. I mean, I think I looked on the stat sheet, and we had something like 9 TFLs, 4 sacks against a really good offensive line, and Jared does a really good job of getting the ball out of his hands. So I thought defensively, just our style of play was exactly what we wanted. And then offensively, I thought we had a good start, and then when there was a lull in there, and there's some things to build upon where we got to be better. And but all in all, I was really happy with our performance. I thought the fans that showed up brought great energy, and the fans that sold their tickets to all those Lions fans got to be better.
What do you think of the impact Parsons had on your defense overall?
Yeah, I thought it was very impactful. I think you look at that interception that Evan Williams had. It looked like he beat Penne pretty quickly. Did I see that correctly in time, real time? It looked like he got a pressure. There was another sack where he got pressure on the quarterback. I'm not quite sure who got the sack, but I thought he was pretty impactful in the limited snaps that he played.
He ended up playing, I don't know, it was, I think, 30 snaps maybe somewhere in there. Was that higher than you would have guessed, or that you were shooting for coming in? Were you okay with that?
Yes, it's definitely higher than what we anticipated.
So how come, why did the number get so high, you think?
That's a great question. I'll have to investigate.
He got a ton of those snaps on their final possession. So was that, did you feel good about how much he had left in the tank that you guys were able to do that with it?
I could tell, like, he looked like he was gassing a little bit, so that's when we took him out. And you really wanted to end the game right there, and we had a couple opportunities. They converted a couple 4th downs, and obviously that was a hell of a catch by Tesla on the touchdown. But yeah, we wanted to end the game prior to that. Obviously, just couldn't get it done.
Matt, you kind of said you executed your game plan how you wanted. Was the goal to keep the Lions on their toes by spreading the ball around as much as you guys did today?
This is how it happens. I think we've got so much confidence, and it's going to be a challenge. There are so many guys, when you look at Rome and Jay Reed and Wicks and Tucker and Golden and Musgrave and Josh Jacobs, and then you got Fitzpatrick, Brooks, and Savion. We got a lot of guys that we have a lot of confidence in. And it's going to be a challenge to get all those guys the number of targets that I'm sure that they want. And but obviously that's a good problem to have. We just have a lot of confidence in these guys. And when given the ops, I thought they made the most of their opportunities. I thought, just Rome coming out, we hit a throwback on that first drive. That was a big play, an explosive play. And then hit them on, we call it a blazer route, but basically a post route later on that led to a touchdown for, what was it, a 48-yard gain? I mean, those were big plays in the game, but we got a lot of guys that we feel real comfortable getting the ball to.
Now, so what did you think about your quarterback today? The first 4 third downs is the 16-yard one to Wicks, and he's got an 11-yarder to Golden, then he's got the touchdown to Kraft, and then he's got the 26-yarder to Reed. Those are your first 4 third downs. He converts them all with some big-time throws.
Yeah, that's critical. That's why those guys get paid, right? Is those money downs, and he was definitely delivered in those tough, critical situations.
What type of a guy is Josh during the first half? Just taking yards, but staying patient while other guys.
Yeah, he's the best team guy, and I know you guys saw the C's on the jerseys, and that's the reason why. He told me even after the game, he's like, "Hey, I just want to win, period." And credit to the Lions. I mean, we knew going into this game that they were going to load the box, play man coverage, and try to take Josh Jacobs away. And so you have to combat that somehow, some way, and we had to do it through the passing game.
What did you see on the taunting penalty?
What did you see on the taunting penalty?
All I saw was the replay, and you could see the guy looked like he headbutted Xavier, but
That's what I saw.
They did not show what happened before, if anything happened before that.
That's what I saw. So I said at worst case scenario, it should have been offsetting, but they saw it differently.
Matt, you mentioned the pressure that Micah, RG, and LPN got on the quarterback today, but how about having those guys? How much does it open up other guys like Devontae Wyatt and Wooden to get opportunities?
Yeah, I thought all those guys collectively as a unit, I mean, I can't remember too many games that I've been a part of when there's 9 TFLs and 4 sacks. So that's a credit to the defensive line. And, I mean, Quay Walker had 2 TFLs. He had a great game, 9 tackles. Although I did get on him, he had an opportunity at a pick, and we got to make that play.
Matt, you were really excited to add Micah last week. Does the excitement of watching him play match what you had last week, just getting into the building?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he definitely has an aura about him, and just his style of play fits with our other guys. And I think all those guys are excited to play with him. And they all benefited from that.
You talked this week about starting fast, needed to start, and Jordan talked about it. It's easy to say it, but you guys obviously did it. So what was the key to getting that done?
Going out there and executing. You know, I thought our guys were dialed in, locked in for the game. We always talk about how your energy and your effort are going to lead to better execution, and I thought those guys went out there and did that. So it's going to be imperative every week, and you got to try to match that or try to keep that up for 4 quarters, which isn't always the easiest thing to do. But I thought it was real cool to see the complementary football that I thought took place in this game.
A rookie returning kickoffs and early on punts. I don't remember them doing that in the preseason game. What gave you what made you feel good about putting them in that role right off?
Well,
the bat?
if you remember, Savion didn't even play in the preseason, so you know, there's a lot of evaluation that goes on. Obviously, more so in practice than you can do in those games. It was unfortunate not having Savion, you know, in the preseason, and there's always question marks about that. But you know, we've got confidence in him. We drafted him for a reason. He's a big physical guy. And then MG does a great job in practice catching punts every day. And I feel like he's not going to get many looks that are better than from the guy that we have punting the football. I mean, Daniel does an unbelievable job. He came up clutch again today, just flipping the field, major hang time on all those punts. And so, you know, that's got to count for something when you see it in practice.
You mentioned complementary football. What were some of the areas of opportunity that you saw today? Obviously, you guys have a really quick turnaround.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously in the second half, when you have them backed up and they have to punt and you have a short field and you capitalize on that and then you go score a touchdown, that's the epitome of complementary football, and that's what we got to do.
More, please.
Going back to the taunting penalty, it did look like Xavier kind of, after he pancaked that guy, kind of stood over him. That's been an emphasis according to the league. Is that something, it looked like you went over to the bench and talked to the DBs after that too. Is that something you guys, even though it seems like it shouldn't be a big deal if they're going to officiate it?
No, that's a point of emphasis, and we talked about that prior to, and we'll definitely address that again. We can't do that. We got to be better than that. And you know, football is an emotional game, and I understand. I love these guys getting excited about playing, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on the field, but you got to keep your composure, your poise, especially when you're playing a really good football team. I mean, the Detroit Lions are one of the better teams in this league. So, you know, I would expect them to rebound, and we're going to have a heck of a battle next time we play.
We're up against 2 of the better wide receivers, Jameson Williams and Allen Robinson. What do you think of Nixon and Valentine, how they handled their stuff?
Yeah, they did a good job. I got to go back and watch it all. But I thought, all in all, I mean, The key to the game, though, was just holding this offense to 46 yards rushing. I mean, that's typically how they operate, man. They're a tough team to stop the run against, and that's just great run defense and put your defense and sets you up for a lot of success.
Matt Jordan said he was able to watch.
Well, you can't help it.
I can't. He was able to watch Goff coming toward your sideline as Parsons is closing in on him on the sack. Were you in the same position to watch that? What
Yeah.
did it look like through your eyes?
It looked like a speed of light or a shooting star just coming out of the sky and closing ground fast, which, I mean, that's why he's here, right? I mean, that was really exciting to see. I think I definitely know that our crowd reacted the right way as well. I mean, I don't know if I've heard our crowd much louder than when they introduced him, and certainly on that sack.
Real quick, you have a feel on Tom and Banks?
I don't right now. I mean, short week is always tough. They're in there getting treatment right now. Everybody's in there doing some sort of recovery, because I told the guys you can enjoy this for about 5 minutes or 5 hours, whatever it was. But it's really Wednesday in our world, and tomorrow's Thursday, so we got a quick turnaround.